Hi, so we are going to start our training series by understanding how the PLC works. In my introductory class, I tell una say the PLC just dey like the normal computer wey we dey use for our homes and our offices. And I also mentioned that the main difference between the PLC and those computers wey we dey use for our home and our offices are that the PLC is designed rugged. Like say, e get certain condition wey our regular computers no fit withstand wey the PLC dey withstand. Environmental conditions like temperature, vibration, those environmental condition no dey too affect the PLC like our regular computers. Apart from that, every PLC has an input module and an output module. Na dis input and output module dey make am possible for the PLC to relate with the outside world. So how does the PLC really work? So wetin dey happen be say, the PLC continuously scans its memory to see if anything has changed. So it scans the program rungs one after the other. And if anything don change, e go update am and output the result wey we dey expect say e suppose output. For example, let's say we dey track a carton on top of a conveyor and we have two sensors on top of the conveyor. One wey dey check when the carton don enter the conveyor and another one wey dey check when the carton don exit the conveyor. So because the PLC is continuously running and updating its status, e go dey check at microseconds when we don get input level. Typically, we connect a 24 volts input to most PLC and then we get the 24 volts output from our output module. So the PLC go check, oh, this sensor don activate, then it comes back and performs an arithmetic or logic operation and then send the result of that arithmetic and logic operation to the output, which we now use to perform actions like pushing the carton off the conveyor or counting the number of cartons that have crossed the conveyor or many other things that we can think about. So basically, the PLC scans its memory non-stop. When it scans its memory, it's checking for input. It uses the result from the input module to perform arithmetic or logic operation, and then the result of that arithmetic or logic operation is sent to the output of the PLC to control our physical device. So this diagram here is just a simple illustration of what truly happens inside a PLC. And here I have listed the steps in simple terms. Just read the inputs, scan our programs. It could be our ladder logic program, our function program, statement list, structured tests. We'll talk about all these programming languages in the future. And then it energizes our output. And it does this over and over again. That is simply how the PLC works. In our next class, I'm going to help you understand how to know wetin be input device and how to know wetin be output device. So, if you want to learn more, make sure say you don't like this page and say you dey follow am too. I'll see you in the next class.